Okay, good morning. Morning all. If you're expecting to see James Martin this morning, then I'm sorry, you're going to be a bit disappointed. But by popular demand, I've been asked to produce and put together a simple show before I take the dog out. This is Lottie. We can't see her because she's down here. But the idea is that you, the public, just want a very simple, easy but very tasty breakfast, or any other dishes that you want to put together. It just happens it's breakfast time at the moment. So I think the first request that has come in from some young people is how to make a Yorkshire pudding batter. So Yorkshire pudding batter, very, very easy, very, very versatile, isn't it, Lottie? You can put lots of things together. It can either be sweet, savoury, plain, you name it, as long as you've got some basics in the house. And everyone has got the humble egg. Everybody has got an egg. I mean, if you've not got an egg in your kitchen, then I'm afraid you've got problems. So eggs you can do so much with. The other thing, oh good, blimey, oh sugar. Now you don't want to do that. You really do want a nice clear surface if you're doing this, because otherwise you're going to have problems. So the humble scale. If you've got an electronic set, really good. So stick that down there. What I need now is a container, and I'm going to use. I'll tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one here. Now, just remember, if you're using the electronic measuring thing, make sure that when you put that down on there, this is saying it's weighing 1,912 grams. So we need to reset that. So readjust or realign, or whatever the word is. I really do very well at school. But so that's now on 0. So what we want to do first of all, we want to go and get the plain flour. So we're going to do that. And there we are, some bob standard plain flour. There you go, that's from Tesco. So what we're going to do here, Lottie, we're going to stick 100 grams, so just 100 grams of plain flour. So there we go. Yeah, it's like snowing. I think actually we're going to have some snow this weekend. It's supposed to snow. It's pretty grotty outside, so this is what you call procrastination in the extreme. There we are, exactly 100 grams there. Now, you make a little kind of well in the middle. There we go. And so what we need now, on top of that, we now need 300 mils of milk. So I need to get the milk, and here's that, and measuring jug. Where the flipping heck are the measuring jugs when you need them? I've got 2 in this household, and they're both missing. Oh, so frustrating. There seems to be some sort of fiend that comes in and takes. Hang on, just bear with me a minute. Shush. Oh, for goodness sake. Honestly. Right, so we've got just a. Shush! There's no one at the door. What's wrong with her? There's no one there. So 300. Shush! Oh God, she has to be the centre of attention. So 300 mils, not 300 grams. Shush! 300 mils of. Oi! Give it a rest. So 300 mils, there we go. So what I'm going to do first, just put my eggs in. So not the shell, of course. Give that a little bit of a. So stick it in the middle where I've made the we've made the well. 2. If you use 3 eggs, it's far better. So up to now, can you remember we've got, oh God, a little bit of shell in there. Oh blast! Oh. Flip-flops. Never mind. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so now we need a. Oh, where's the whisk? Oh, for goodness sake! Oh, it's here. Thank God for that. Right, so we've got a whisk. Oh, God, the dishwasher's not emptied. Right, so very carefully add the milk. And just very, very lightly, because if you do this too hard, the flour will go everywhere. And make sure that as you're adding the egg, your wrist action, it's all in the wrist action, you're giving it a good old beat. And what you want to end up with is no lumps, okay? No lumps. So, once that's added, you really want to, this is where you can do a good old workout. Give it a good old shake. Not a shake. The wrong word. A good old tidal wave. There we go. Now, and what you're going to do is work your way around the bowl as well. So that's it. So we've got a nice consistent. Now you just want to add a little bit of salt. Shush! What's wrong with you, dog? A little bit of pepper, and then give that another bit of a shake. Get rid of all the stuff. There's nothing worse than all the stuff you've used and you leave it on the side there. So make sure that you give yourself a good sort of little bit of space, room to manoeuvre. There we go, so give that a good old. What I'm going to do now is as simple as that. I'm just going to get some lemons and get some sugar. Got my sugar over here. So basically I'm sort of down to you, the viewer. If you want to see more, then really you just need to be messaging me in and saying if you like it or not. You might just think, oh God, who the hell is this idiot, you know. So if you do like it, then, and so maybe some requests, basic food, basic nourishing food, that's basically what it's all about. You know, shepherd's pie, nice spaghetti bolognese, just something you can knock up. And of course, as it's coming to Valentine's Day, of course, everyone got their cards. Everyone will be heading down to the garage, won't they, and getting some flowers. Right, I'm just going to go and get some lemons and limes. There we go. Got some lemons and limes here. Just going to cut some of them up. We're going to have those. We've got the sugar. So we've got everything we need. So I'm going to have, because I prefer sweet stuff, I'm actually going to have cheese in mine. I'm going to have some Edam, and I'm going to also have a little bit of chicken as well. I might have a bit of salami. That'll be a bit of salami, can you? So a nice bit of salami, but the boys will probably want a lemon one, so we're going to go for that. And of course it's Pancake Day on Tuesday as well, Shrove Tuesday. Shrove. So make sure that you've got enough lemons left for your gin and tonic later on. There's so many, gin seems to be the new thing now, doesn't it? Seems to be the trend into a gin palace recently. It's got different flavours. It's like sort of a, you know, sort of taken over from vaping now in terms of the amount of flavours that you've got. You know, everything. You know, pickled onion, cheese and onion. Oh yeah, I'll have a nice cheese and onion gin, please. Everything. Anyway, I'm just being silly. Right, so that's done. Now what we want to do is get the pan. Oh God, where's the pan? Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. For some reason, this pan. Christ. Oh, it's so. Oh, higgledy. Oh, you don't get this at James Martin's household. For some reason, this pan is a bit on the wonk. There you go. It doesn't seem to. It's like Uri Geller's been in or something, you know. Right, let's get the butter. Okay, so we just need a bit of butter. Now we've got some here actually. Here's one I made earlier. Right, so we just need a tiny bit. You don't need too much. I think it's a bit like when you do roast potatoes. I think there's a tendency of putting too much in. You only need a tiny little, you know, like a sort of a Cadbury's milk chocolate sort of square of it. Pop that in there. Let's get it on. Now we really want to get this really hot, okay? Really, really hot. Oh no, I've put that in there. Oh, never mind. I think that's that'll be fine. Got no lumps. Do you remember that advert on TV where you said no lumps or fat guaranteed? It was a tin of disgusting stewing steak. No lumps or fat guaranteed. Guaranteed by who? You know. All your money back. So right, here we go. What I might do actually, because this pan's a bit wonky, I might just rest that block of butter on there. You know, we want to get that nice and hot. Let's get this on. It's going to start getting a bit steamy. Oh, actually, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Oh yeah, so I like the sound of my own voice. Right, so going to get this nice and hot now. So don't forget, just to recap, just to make this very, very simple, boys, you know, whoever, you know, 100 grams of plain flour, that's it. Bung it in, just get it in there. 100 grams plain flour, 300 mils of milk, 3 eggs. Whisk it up. Bob's your uncle. Is he? I don't know. Well, actually, for my boys, Bob is his uncle. So that's true. So let's get that nice. Let's just get that round there. The art is, do not put your mixture in until this is smoking. And this has to be really, really smoking hot. Okay, so there we go. Now that's starting to, so don't be tempted. Don't think, well, that's bubbling now, so I'll get that in. It's got to be like kind of fiery black. You know, this has got to be kind of like raised from Beelzebub himself. This has got to be really, really hot. Okay, so if it's not hot, forget it. That'll go in. It'll be really limp. It'll be really horrible. What you're going to do is get a fork and make sure you've got yourself a spatula as well. This one, for some reason, again, like Uri Geller, seems to bend at will. You know, maybe it's meant to. I don't know. Anyway, so get that nice and hot now. Yeah, let's just talk between yourselves while we're waiting. Yeah, so Valentine's Day. So what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be getting your meal for two from Marks and Spencer's, maybe, or maybe Tesco's? £15 to £20, and of course you get a free bottle of wine as well, which is always good. And actually, I think Marks and Spencer's used to do a flower as well. You used to get a little single rose, didn't you? So that's kind of nice thought. But don't do what they're doing in Poundland at the moment. I mean, Poundland, guaranteed divorce, honestly. Do not go to Poundland, nearly ready. Poundland, they're doing a special at the moment. Big poster in there. A copy of 50 Shades of Grey on Blu-ray, and what else was it? Oh yeah, and a box of milk tray. That'll do. £2 sorted. No, it won't do. I don't think many women will tolerate that. 50 Shades of Grey on Blu-ray. Right, this is nice and hot now, so what we want to do, get this in here. From a height, drop it in. There we go, not too much, but we want it too thin either. What we want to do, get the fork, and just give it a little bit of a play around, just get the air in there. Okay, and give it a little bit of a whiz around. Okay, and let that settle. Don't be tempted to